I need to go on that Karen Clark Sheard braces train because wisdom teeth. Fucking my shit up. Anyway, that is what everybody actually tuned in here for. When you click a button, you don't realize you clicked it, and then you're talking to yourself, and then the camera's on, and you're checking yourself out. That might be one of the most tenor moments I've had this week. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, everybody. If you're watching this after the stream has been over, welcome as well. Today we're going to be talking about Karen Clark Sheard, specifically her influence on pop music, which actually encompasses quite a lot. So we're going to be talking about her runs, and we're going to be looking at Beyonce, and we're going to be looking at Mariah. There are other people who would be worth talking about. Kelly Rowland, Missy Elliott, etc., are also good candidates to discuss. But at a certain point, you know, we should be talking about Karen Clark Sheard and not directing our attention to distractions. Hello, Tank. Hi. Why is that noise? Is that going to happen every time I'm not? No? Okay. All right. One thing I want to make sure I get out of the way is that, wow, the lack of color correction on the camera is bad. Bad. Let me make sure I have my clip if recording. And okay, we're good. Dope. Bam. Now, I think I do want to put this in the video editor for said reaction. The idea being for me that I can just take notes right in the video is preferable to having something else. So, doing it this way. So this is a compilation. Let's get right into it. Nice. I love this one. Hey, how's mine? Hi, how's mine? That's fantastic. Ooh. Ooh. Dang. Nice. Oh my god. Oh, wonderful tone. Ooh, she's in good voice.
Toward us for your goodness and your mercy toward us.
Nice.
For your goodness and your mercy toward us. We
the musical decision making is pretty on point. Shannon, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that people like the pedagogy bit of it. That's been, as far as like the pure metrics of things go, those usually, the second I open my mouth, people usually start tuning out, but the people that stay really appreciate it. It's nice to hear that. I think that it's very nice to say. It's appreciated. Yeah, her musicianship is impeccable. Her use of non-chord tones is incredibly tasteful. Not necessarily stock.
Goodness and your mercy toward us. We offer praise. Goodness and your mercy.
She'll sit on the seventh, like, do. There's a place for us. That's a minor seventh.
Oh, goodness.
Some of it happens right here as well. Like she'll use minor seconds and stuff like that, those like intervals and stuff like that when doing the runs. That was supposed to be my hand doing a piano. Like, and she'll lean into the notes that are. It's like music theory is not a bunch of like formulas of. It's like music theory is a bunch of descriptions of ideas that we tend to like together, things that we enjoy, and there are a lot of ideas in music. So when we talk about music theory, what we're talking about are certain concepts. So what I'm talking about right now are chord tones versus not chord tones. And it would really help to have a piano. A lot. I might just actually get my notes out to set up a piano. I was thinking about setting it up before the live stream, but then I would have to set up a piano. I don't think there's a way to get around this without a piano. Although I could do the looper. Let me do the looper. What do I have on this before I delete it? Yeah. So if I have a chord, if I have a... You know what? Let's do, let's look at, like, Handel or Rossini. And that'll be a better, because Handel and Rossini are basically all 5/1. Oops, that would be why. Thou shalt break them. Thou shalt break them. There you go. With a rod of iron. Oh, is it just the... There's no piano music with this? Well, that would be cool, though, to do like a break. But this will be better. He that dwelleth in heaven shall have them to scorn. The Lord shall have them in derision. Thou shalt break them. So this is simple enough. What we have is a 1 chord in A minor. Alright, so we have Do. Oh, that's way too long. Let's do just 2 measures. Dum. Yeah. So I have the does she know how to play the piano? And is it by ear or can she read? I'm trying to figure out if I know the base, but it seems to be by ear. Oral training is probably the most important part of music theory for a singer. It does not matter what, like, my written theory is really strong. I wish I had spent almost no time on written and spent almost all my time on oral. I can look at this music and be like, yep, here's a 1 chord. Here's a extension of the 1 chord. This is a passing non-chord tone, or a passing, just like a passing tone here, just by half step, so we can kind of take it out. But since it's the G, we can treat this as like a brief example of a 5. Maybe we're in harmonic minor, which makes sense. We're in Baroque, right? Okay, here we go to the flat 7 again. And then so we're in D, so now we have probably a 5 of 5. Yeah, like I can look at all this stuff, and I have to sit down and actually look at the notes, but like none of this stuff gives me pause. But like, it's so much more important to be able to do, re, mi, do, me, me, so, do, fa, 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 so, fa, da, 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 dee, dum. Right, like, and I struggle to do that. Whereas if you're really good with oral, you can be like, you can hear that shit. So when Karen Clark Sheard hears someone hanging out on a 5 chord, or when she hears the opportunity to hang on a minor 7 or something like that, I doubt she goes like, I'm gonna hit this minor 7. She's probably sang and listened to tens of thousands of runs in different stylings by different instrumentalists and by different people, and has just done it and has therefore built an intuition, which should be the goal, right? All of this stuff puts us in a direction, but as performers, as musicians, as singers, the goal should be to develop the intuition, so it's instinct. That's the ultimate goal. That's the whole point of everything as a performer, right? So and that's the point she reached a long time ago. Yeah, she's insane. Yeah, you don't need to find it on a piano. If you know what it is orally, that's more important. So one of the reasons I didn't set up the piano today is because I have my looper out, and I was going to try to work with my looper so I can use my voice recording. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm a singer, right? So if I do, let's see. Dum. Why is it? Maybe one measure. Right. Ideally, I have my second camera set up. For my looper. I'm wondering if I should do that now. No, we'll just but I will set that up so put the looper instead of the piano. So if I do dum dum, whatever. Dum dum, because it's one shot. This is why I wanted the piano set up. Now I have to mess with the freaking looper, but you know, like my toys. Sure. I only know a couple. I'm trying to find theory videos, but they all complicate stuff too quickly, and it's pissing me off. Yeah, I want to know how to communicate it to where it's practical, but it's hard to do that because a lot of the utility of theory comes when you know, like because theory is such a collection of ideas. So that's why I think it would help to like have a structure of a video format, like what I'm trying to do with the runs for this video, and why I'm doing it in a more video essay format this time, and not just like straight up reacts, is I'm trying to get it to where I can point out some of the ideas. There you go. Do, me, so, do, re, so, re, fa, so, do, me, so, ti, do, ti, re, so, do, re, so, ti, re, so. There we go. Why is that not working? Install. Bum, bum. I mean, I don't hear it being loud as it's being played back, which is wild. So sorry that it's spamming y'all. But this might help. All right. So, all that to say, this is a 1 chord. This is a 5 chord. It's a really bad 5 chord. But, do, me, do, me, do, me, do, re, me, do. Right? If I do that same thing on this next chord, or if I do dum 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 dum, doesn't work as well as dum 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 dum, right? And that would be because I'm singing chord tones. Took way too long to set up. If I had a piano, that would have taken like 5 seconds. But like fucking around with a looper takes way too long, which is why I should probably set up the piano, but I'm stubborn as shit. Anyway, but that's what Karen Clark Sheard does. Bothers me that this is so. Also, that 5 chord is wonky. Dum 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 dum. Oh, and that's why is it like that though? There we go. I'm gonna have to do that in Ableton, I think. Fucking ears, holy shit. That's why I had it lower. Anyway, I was able to create and because of my lack of knowledge, sorry, let me catch up, Tank. None of the basic stuff and know what's going on with what, so I can try to make a song because I'm a singer. Sing, it's just like what you want me to, but I really need just to be able to create right now because of my lack of knowledge of theories. I can't. Listening to Can I tell you honestly, Ting? So, as someone with a music degree, as someone who can play piano, as someone who can play guitar, as someone who can beatbox, here's what I've been doing. I've been using AI. I've been using AI to make beats. Because even just doing this right now, like, this is bothering the shit out of me because some notes are flat, right? Because I'm just trying to do a simple 1-5-1. And, like, my anal retentive perfectionism is getting in the way, and we live in an era where music has been so commoditized. It's so ubiquitous. And polished music is ubiquitous. Like shit that's mixed, that's mastered, and we listen to beats and we listen to the shit. And it's like I can't do 1-5-1 without getting into Ableton and like really doing it and really making it. I want the EQ. I want that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open up Ableton and I'm gonna do the 1-5-1 because the looper, while fast, sounds like ass. Because I need all my polish tools to make it sound like it's not done on a fucking looper. Pardon my language, but you're watching me and you know that I like to curse a lot. But this is something that did I not? It looks like I didn't. Alright, whatever. So let's get our signal chain on. Nova supercharger. Whoa. Not at all. Go away. Go away. Okay. So it is this one. But this is still... So I don't want that. Let's get rid of TR Nova. Look, I'm just trying to do 1-5-1. Now, in my defense, I get like this with OBS as well. I get unbelievably perfectionistic. So yeah, there's that. Dumb. Eight. Off. This. Link. You. Oh, I didn't know the F keys do that. That's fucking dope. Okay, thanks, Ableton. Actually don't like. Because Belfast will take care. But now I can't do that. I can't slide. Because I can't just let shit go! No, sir. Job. Alright, all this to do 151. How long has it been since I started this? Alright, we're gonna take away all the way up to 500. And alright. Now, I swear this is ultimately cheaper. Or, more time effective. And then... Humanize, retune. Way generous. They're basically like, it's only will auto-tune anything if it's fucking egregious. And yes, I use auto-tune. It's fucking industry standard. It's great. Everyone should use it. It's, the time saved is incredible. I'll save that. Okay, and then I would like to enter Fire. Fire plugin is industry best. All right. Sorry, Tank. Now I'll answer the question. All right. Start doing that. This is the next thing. I would use Suno is what I use. I have a couple of things I'm working on with them, through them rather, that I'm going to be using next week for the beatbox stuff. Oops. What's the button? Button to record. Yeah, that sounds together. And I know this bitch is gonna... Whoa! Hello! There we go. Yeah, that quiet? Okay. Can y'all hear that? Or is it going nuts? Okay, I can't hear that worth a damn. So, that means y'all can't hear it. I'll do this. Now string. Isotope. And bring this bitch up. First of all. Boink. Boink. Oh, see, I can't hear that now. What happened? Dark. Ah, that would be why. Boop. There we go. All makes sense now. Gotta be a faster way to add. Yeah, T-Pain is legit. So that rumbling is because it's a lot of computation for a non-ASIO driver. So I could flatten this and then have that be done with, but we're not going to. All right. So that is your 1 chord, minor 1. And then we're going to duplicate this. Duplicate a group. Yeah, buddy! We're going to do this just red. Call it 5. Call that red as well. That makes my eyes bleed. We're gonna not do red. Green. Nice cool colors. Ah. Oh. Nice and cool. Yeah. I like Bob Ross. Alright. Now let's do this. First note is do, do, do. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. There we go. And there's your 151. Look at how quick that was. Hot damn. Sorry, RC505. You is basic. You is for basic bitches. Yeah, professional shit all the time. There's your 5-1. So much better already. So much better sounding than what I had going on the looper. Except it needs Gullfoss. Yeah. Audio is fucking hard. Video production is almost easier now because I don't know, like for some reason, like getting a mic to sound not boomy as fuck is really hard. Like I had to treat my room. There's like if I did a tour of the room, there's like fucking packing blankets and like fucking cardboard cutouts with rock wool and muslin staples like all over the place. I put furniture up in random weird ass places to reflect audio, and it still doesn't sound good without EQ. So like there's a reason they used to call them audio engineers. Crackling aside, that sounds fine. And that's just the fact that you guys can't hear ASIO drivers. You guys can't hear professional ASIO drivers through OBS, so I have to change it. So that's why that sounds like that, crackling. It's just the processor is not strong enough. the audio drivers that come native for Windows strong enough. In order to fix that, I would need to get a Mac because OBS refuses to work with SEO for what the fuck reason. But here we are. Okay. Fix this. Here's your 5, here's your 1. Do 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 do. Dum dum dee dum dum dum. Bubba. Yeah. Like a go. And this is gonna be E major 6. Six, 7. Yeah. Okay. I take this at a fucking ludicrous tempo because I learned it that way. Well, my voice has gotten so much bigger, so I'm vocally very tired. So hold on. And I have very bad habits with this tune. Like a potter's vessel. Let me bring that not an octave down. I'm not doing it the proper octave because I sang a shit ton yesterday, right? Like a yeah. Like a potter's vessel, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel, like a potter's vessel. With that art of iron. So my vocal agility for a voice my size is much better than one would imagine. I've shocked quite a few people, which is nice. The reason my vocal agility is good is because I was an anal retentive asshole when it came to placement. So I don't have to change much going from note to note, whereas a lot of people have to posture and shit. And that's the main differentiating factor. Was that? Why did that sound like at the beginning of Crimea River? Because 151 is everywhere. Yeah. But it's a choral. This is choral arrangement, like standard choral arrangement. Down to the voice leading, the harmony, the way that the voice leading, aka the ways that the voices are moving, from one note to the other. So the bass goes from this to it's minimal movement of voices. The bass moves one note contrary to the so this goes in parallels. This stays oblique. Oh, I have parallel octaves. I'm a baddie. Is that parallel octaves? No, it's not. Oh, I'm so good. I just didn't. That's a minor 9. Or the point is it's not an octave. I meant for it to be an octave, but proper voice leading is so ingrained in me that I avoided the parallel octave. I'm so good. This is an octave. This is a minor 9. Oops. You can hear it wanting to resolve. So that's a triad. It's inverted, and this is just a normal triad. So because of how this is my written theory background, Tank. The amount of time I spent on voice leading is ridiculous. The point that I just incidentally did this as a minor 9 is ridiculous. So that's why it probably sounds like the beginning of like a choral thing. This is standard stuff. Down to the reverb, the choir effect, the EQ, everything. But yeah. Part of me wonders if I want to do... Can I download the MIDI for this? Can I just get the download without... Right? Motherfucker! Alright, hold on. The idea that I can't find Thou Shalt Break Them MIDI, I'm gonna just lose my shit. Comfort ye my people, saith the God. MuseScore should be fucking ashamed of itself for trying to charge for fucking him. How dare they try to make money as a company? I need everything for free because I'm an entitled musician. But I will then, in turn, demand that everybody pay me. This is a run right here. Oh, yeah, okay, that works. All of this, by the way, because I didn't want to set up a piano today. That's really all I'm doing here. It's ridiculous. I'm a silly, silly human. All right, now we're gonna get redonkulous. Now, if I recall, it is these remain as empty MIDI tracks, and this is then sent to control signals from the choir effect that I'll be here. Holy ADHD hyper obsession. Wow. Just classic hyper obsession. Did I lose my shit real quick? Looks like. We're still alive, yeah? Yeah, okay. Alright. I have to use SEO drivers because there's no way Windows is going to be able to do this. Is this still struggling? How much do I have on this shit? That's the amount of processing that's just... Okay. Go to technically... This should go to... This should... And this should go to... It'd be easier on computing if I did this. Just accepted the fact that this things. anytime I put choir effects, that's going to that'll make the computing easier. Here. Okay. And then do this. Goes to Reno, cube, base, you get in the bed. I'm gonna need to write the fuck out. Shouldn't be doing that. It should be changing the chords. Oh, it's because I got it. That. Put this here. Why? Ah, that would be why. Nice. Figured it out. We did it. All because I didn't want to set up a fucking piano. All of this. What is wrong with me? Aside from a lot of things. I don't need denoise. I don't need denoise. All of you can go away on the primary one. On that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Jesus. Okay. Here is handle. With my own voice. Done way too electronically. Alright. Now the way we do this is we mess it up a little bit by adding way more. Oh, snap. Sean? Hey, Sean? Hey, Sheridan. Um... Wow, notes are stale. Right now we're working with thou shalt break them, because trying to explain the decision making behind Karen Clark Sheard's well, decisions is without music theory is challenging, and so Handel does a lot of runs. I thought about doing Rossini as well, but I'm working on Handel right now for auditions, so I lost track of time. I was actually supposed to be on a phone call, and I feel bad, but I have to do this. Okay. Now I want to bring back the glottal. Also give it a little randomness. All right. That's probably as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, that's like a paw. Yeah, bum. Something like that. No, shall touch them. He's like a dum dum dee dum bum ba dum. I need to get the piano out for context. Oh my god. Can you tell it's MIDI? Holy crap. Alright. There we go. Like a tis vessel, thou shalt dash them. Yeah. It'll help me to do the chords for this as I practice for the audition pieces. Like where's the sheet music? This will get faster. You'd hope. Like do re mi fa so fa mi fa. Yeah. Do re mi fa so fa mi fa re mi. Dum 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 dum. And that would be do mi. Yeah. I'll have to do this probably next week. But these shenanigans, this chicanery in Boulder Dash, these are the chords. Oops. that's... I want the glottis gone away. Anyway, so if you change the chords, the runs don't make any sense anymore, is the point. If I go... This is again where I'm going to try to use the looper. Or not. I have the 151 here. It'd be nice to have the one... What is this? It's... For those who are still watching, I am amazed. If you're still watching. I love this stuff, but this is a bit dry for today. If you're here and you find this interesting, I'm glad. And if you don't find it interesting, feel free to bombard me with questions. That would help me make this even better. All right, so it's major 6. Which is how we have... we could just do even the sequential. Measure 30. Ordinarily, I would refuse to do this much work on a piece of music, but I'm auditioning with this shit. Six. PDF. Roll for this shit. Give me a second here. Gotta get some water. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a pot. No worries, Tank. I just want this to be useful. And I haven't grokked it. This is what's nice about teaching, though, is like, if I can't explain it, do I really understand it? It's just no. This is BDF. This is going to be... too diminished. Is that correct? It's inverted. EFB. Do, re, fa, so, fa. Fa. Le. That's correct. Re, fa, le, re, do, re, do, so, 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 so. That's right. Yeah. Why does that sound so clean though? Is it just because handle's being handle? I'm gonna be mad if that's the explanation. It's the voice leading. Analyze impressive singers from other countries? Absolutely. Yeah. I was going to do Dimash. I'm slowing down the amount of videos that I'm making and going into more depth. But doing more like... So for example, this video that I'm making on Karen Clark Sheard, there's going to be a reaction video for 2 reactions out of it from Mariah Carey, one from Beyonce, and then one from Karen Clark Sheard. Then that's going to be put into a culmination video. But if there is a singer from another country that is really good with runs, and you know of a compilation video on YouTube with their runs, send it right now, and we'll watch it. Yeah, I'm down. But yeah, I'm looking to get away from just Western, like, Trinity kind of stuff, because everyone's doing that. And it's not that those singers aren't fantastic, it's that those singers have very specific things they do extremely well. And because everyone talks about those, people have like confirmation biased themselves into valuing the things that those singers do well, as if doing those things well is what it is to be a good singer, and that's not quite the case. Like, people's voices are their own anomalies. So, like, the fact that Mariah Carey doesn't have as good a low as a Whitney Houston doesn't mean that Mariah Carey's a bad singer. It means that her folds aren't as fat. And they don't have as much connection because of the nodules. So she does certain things with mic technique, but it's not quote-unquote cheating her lows. And, like, so, like, it distorts the conversations because there's not enough singers in the conversation for people to have, like, scope. So yes, please, dear God. Yeah, give me other singers to work with. So that is a 7. It just sounds so good because of the damn voice leading. But why is the cello doesn't go down here like it does in here? What are the notes here? It goes to F. These are piano octaves. I'm on the person who did the voice leading for that. And piano is their cellos. Except never mind. Because I doubled them. Trash. Okay. Is this an A though? Because this says C. You disagree with Mariah, or the lows? I'm interested in your take, Tank, because, you know, Mariah's better at everything. I think Mariah is exceptional at a lot of things. I don't think she's better at everything in every category than every singer that's ever existed. Maybe a little, Tank. And don't get it twisted, I'm not against people pointing to Mariah as saying, that's an exceptional singer. That's the standard. I think that's true for, like, Whistle Register. I think that there's a lot of things that that's true for. But I think in doing that, you actually water down what made Mariah special. By saying, like, this is good singing, point to Mariah, I think it's much more fruitful to say, Mariah is exceptional for this reason. Then you get a more interesting conversation. Whereas if it's good singing because of Mariah, what you're doing is you're trying to understand good singing through Mariah without understanding actually why Mariah Carey is exceptional. And not normal. The problem is that we are so spoiled. We're so spoiled. Like, why would I ever record Puccini? Why would I ever get in front of a mic and record Puccini? You can listen to Pavarotti. Fuck whatever I have to offer. Don't listen to me singing Puccini. Not that I would tell anybody or that, like, because I think everyone would be like, yeah, no, why would I do that, right? Pavarotti exists. So like we get spoiled when it comes to great singing. We get super spoiled by it. And we lose like a sense of, I don't know. We just the converse. What's a good example? There's the Canadian lady. People don't like her because she doesn't use twang in her belts, which is actually quite difficult to do. But her performances are insanely good. Like the raw emotion she puts into a lot of her shit. She's a Canadian. She's not. It's not Celine. I want to look at my channel. This to me, this is a good example of like, if we can take a step back of trying to, it's more you'll never get there for Mariah, probably, yeah. I think the only person who I think can keep up with whistles, and it's got to be like a case by case thing in terms of a whole package. Like you can't, yeah. That's the thing is Mariah. This is actually where I think Mariah is fucking top tier. Her fucking songwriting. She wrote music and picked musicians to work with her in the arrangements that did shit with her voice that you can't do. It's not just that a Mariah song is a hard song to sing. It's that it was written for Mariah in mind, and it was written for Mariah in mind so well. Like, if you do Emotions on piano, it's a banger tune, but when you get to the inside and you don't have a whistle, it's actually disappointing. Right? Like, you can be grooving. It's a banger tune by itself. You're grooving to it. It's a banger enough tune. You get the MIDI out. Let's get the MIDI out. And get the whole channel demonetized. But that part, like, well, I like the way you feel inside. If you don't have the whistle, it sucks. It needs it. Right? Which is, you know, that's why no one can do a Mariah cover. That's why. It's not necessarily because she was so good and everyone else is so bad. That's not an inconsequential reason, but one thing in mind that I was excited to tell you, but if we're going to talk specifically about singers who are the best of vocal runs, I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't necessarily have to be the best, but if they're good runs. But yeah, that's what I'm working on now. This is so different. This is just F. Part of me should just pay for MuseScore to have the sheet music and the mix. This is taking too long. But also I should just be faster at an analysis like this. Break them with a This one has the same note. I'm more inclined to believe this. Especially because they did parallel octaves. Like, this is fucking shame. This was notated as D. The D. Okay. Yeah, it's just a 7 or a 2. Isn't it close to 3? That's what it is. So major. Now we're at 7. Then we're at major 3 again. This basically goes into major for like a hot second. Seven again. Does F show up here? Yeah, it does. That's not F. It feels like we've modulated, but we don't have an F sharp. I mean, we just like, we mode switched. Yeah, that's fucking cool. Fuck! Handle is so fucking good. Damn it. Oh my god. Okay, so this is why I'm fucking freaking. The accompaniment is in minor, right? So this is from the Messiah, right? So this is thou shalt break them, right? Thou shalt break them. Not exactly light topic matter. So this goes to, this is actually perfect for the idea behind it. The chords are a major progression that are preceded by, let's do a mode switch, that are preceded by a minor. It is in the run charisma. Minor. Is major. Accompaniment. Sense. Block. Can everyone see that? Because that's actually a big point for what we're reviewing, and is why runs are so important for gospel music and for preaching in general. Definitely minor. This is major. We even go to a 5 of 5 there, and you can see how the harmony and the melody don't fucking get along, right? I'll join in on the Mariah thing in a second. Finally, okay, this is arpeggio. Okay, we're listening here. We're not with you entirely, but we're listening. See, we're still in minor, but this has moved on. And then the fact that it ends in C major. So we've cadenced. measure 35 cadences. That the mode like we see this. Yeah, the cadence measure 35. And then we go right back to minor. Okay. So, the reason why this is important is if I do this same run and I use tendency tones that are it's this. So the first motif on measure 26, the first motif is in minor. Do, me, re, do, da, 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 dum, da, 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 dum, da, 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 dum. If we have that going on, right, where it just continue, we would have minor. However, it is because we end on G and descend or yeah, if this didn't go from if this went oh, that would also change it, but do me do re fa me re me so fa me fa le so. Yeah, if we hung out around so ti, let's go to so te le so le do do da da di da bum bum bum. Yeah, there's no way to not. You have to do this in a reasonable number of measures. You have to take either the E or the G. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Catching with chat now. Alright. Just like in the middle of that, it's hard to... The ADHD. Getting a diagnosis for ADHD. Incredibly helpful. Turns out working out and ice baths were not enough. I needed medication. Queen of Rock and Turkey. She can do whistle notes, metal screams. Does vocal control and stamina. That'd be funny. That'd be not funny, but that'd be fun, rather, to do more metal stuff. It's interesting, there are a lot of people who want me to do metal stuff. Which I'm down to do. The only ones that stand out with her is like 4 people in the same time frame. And we eat them up every time. If it fit in the song, I know. Personal notes is mainly what she offers. In the trenches, meaning in the lower end, yeah, Mariah's low end is not. You don't listen to Mariah for like luscious low notes, rather. Like no one puts on a Mariah album. Maybe they're like a couple people who like put on a Mariah album. Like I really want to hear her lows, and like gush over her lows. Like not a lot of people, I don't think, do that with Mariah. Is Mariah's favorite singer, is also the best singer alive or dead. Karen Clark Sheard is good at. This is where, like, again, I like getting specific. Karen's runs are on another tier of musicianship, of another tier of intelligence, of another tier of technique, artistic expression. I can't think of. Are we gonna share? What do you mean we're gonna share? I saw that. I don't know if that was you deleted that, Tank, but or if that was YouTube that did that. Because sometimes that happens. If your comment gets deleted, I have hyper aggressive moderation settings on, so I just saw that and it went away. Just let me know. Yeah, but the if it's not runs, then I can't check it out this stream just because I have to stay focused because I was supposed to be on a call 40 minutes ago. That I'm just like not going to be able to make. It's shitty because I friend God for missing, but in minor. Okay. Anyway, so like the stuff that took me a while to get to with Handel, like looking at this run and being like, okay, why is this smart? Handel is Handel. He does runs. He does them really, really well. Why is this smart? I know it's smart. Let me look at some stuff that makes it smart, right? If we go back, now we're going full circle, to the one where there was the minor 7. That wasn't the one I was looking for, but I couldn't stop listening. Hold on, let me. I love her tone here. It's a little bit. It's way more brassy than it usually is. Ooh, that the word deceive. She goes, when she goes on the word deceive, she goes outside of the key. It's minor. So she changes modes. She doesn't just change the key, she changes the mode. But she gets back on right before the chord change. Why? Because the word changed. A perfect example of a parallel between Handel. And then do this. Let's make it cool. Let's make it a little cool thing here.
And a deceiver too.
And emphasizes two by bringing us back. Do da da dum da da dum. She's on minor. She's on the minor chord, so she emphasizes the triad on the minor. So she the most obvious way to outline that it's minor. First. So the most important notes in a chord are the 1 and the 3. Unless you're in jazz, then it's 3 and 7. But the 1 and the 3 is how you know in other genres of music other than jazz. That's how you know what chord it is. The 1 is the chord. The 3 of the chord is the quality of the chord. That changes in jazz because when you add extended harmony, you no longer know what the quality of the chord is without the 7th being entertained in that. And jazz has 7th chords in pretty much every chord. So anyway. So 1 and 3, right? So if I'm on a 1 chord, do, me, so, me, do. To know I'm on a minor 1, all you would need is the first note of the key, do. And then to know it's minor, you need the 3rd, me, right? So she changes modes here. This is a major chord. And she's like, now it's minor. And don't get it twisted. He's the devil. We're going to minor. Because we're talking about the devil. And then, just so you know where she's at and what she is saying, she was on a major chord. She's doing a minor run. But she needs you to know who she's talking about. She needs you to know it's in minor. Right? There's your triad. She goes from a major chord, changes the mode, punches minor in the face so that you know. I think that way, oh, Ella. Ella's on another level. Wow. And this is the problem when this is what it is to be like really into this shit. We started the stream at 3. I've got one react out of it. And now I found one analog between classical music. And I only picked classical music because I know it. But this managing of the modes and its specific messaging is like, and that's the thing with her runs. Like, everyone focuses on the notes, but Karen Clark Sheard is so many levels above just hitting notes. This is why her runs are copied. If she hit a bunch of notes the way she hits them, that would be cool enough. But there's a point behind it. There's a message. Like, in every interview that any of the Clark sisters give, it's about the word of God. It's about God. It's about God. There's a purpose. Whether or not you're religious, that's the artistic message. That's the intent behind it. And they are married to that intent. It is the point. But anytime you hear a Karen Clark Sheard run, anytime, there's a point behind it.
Oh, God, He's not through blessing you.
Right? The dominant, she hangs on the dominant note.
Oh, God,
God.
He's not through blessing you.
So we get the God is the dominant. 5, right? 5, the dominant chord, is the most important chord in tonal music. It's where everything happens that is interesting. When she has dominant, she's on the dominant, but she turns it into a minor when talking about the devil.
Oh, God.
And keeps it major when she's on the word God. Same note, though. Same chord, but the quality of the chord is different. Same note. But the difference is that she's putting the devil below God by changing the chord quality to minor, emphasizing minor so you don't get it twisted, bringing back the same note,
Oh, God, He's not through
keeps it major,
blessing you.
keeps the whole thing major. Also, the vowel, that's another thing. Nasty. C. You can see in the mouth shape. Ga. It's not ga, ga, ga. It's neutral. It's warm. That's what I mean by neutral. The vowel choice is there as well. I mean, that's pretty tasty. Like, her use of vowels is another thing that makes her runs so interesting. So with classical music, it's easier. The mechanics of classical music to project to the orchestra, the larynx needs to lower to such a degree when you have a tilt that pretty universally a classical singer can give note emphasis with laryngeal tilts alone. Sorry, bad habits that I'm trying to fix on this tune. So, like a potter's vessel. I'm almost trying to keep the vowel the same. Now, I won't do that. After hearing Karen Clark Sheard do some runs, I'm like, damn, my shit's boring. So instead, I probably do, again. Like a potter's vessel, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel, like a potter's vessel. She grows on the vowels in a way that I never really paid attention to doing. And what measure is that? Where was this piano reduction? I wanted this shit. Thou shalt break them. Thou shalt break them. There's the bad habit there. Too much gotta be. Potter's vessel. Potter's vessel. 43, 44, 6, 7. And that's not enough squealo, ideally, for that. But who cares? I don't need squealo, it's Baroque. It's fucking right over the orchestra. What orchestra? The harpsichord? Who needs squealo with Baroque? Vowel. I don't like the word vowel morphing. It sounds so pedantic. But I can't think of a better word for it. It would be like, so in classical music, there's almost like a religious zeal. Don't change. The vowel's got to be pure. Otherwise, how do you know what the word means? No one knows what the fucking word means anyway. All right? Everyone has the libretto out. They're all like this. Like, I hate it. Karen Clark, Sheard, changes her vowels. Because that's what we do when we speak. If I didn't want to emphasize the word speak, I would have done it speak. But when I said speak, I made that shit bright. Because it's language. It's expressive. So you're damn right that I'm going to borrow some Karen Clark Sheard when I do my handle. Because I'm educated. I'm not ignorant. Okay? All right? I have a degree, and it is because of this smartness that piece of paper that was way too expensive, that got jammed and punched into my brain over a period of 4, maybe 5 years, if I'm willing to admit that I took a little longer. I wanted to get some acting. Point is, all right, I'm an educated individual. And as a formally educated singer, I'm going to do the smart thing, the educated thing. I'm going to look at Karen Clark Sheard and be like, what does she do? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. That's what I'm, that's what I'm. That's what I'm going to do. Because otherwise, that's boring, right? Why is that note tied? And that's also why I need to fix that bad habit. I can't grow on it. This is why runs are hard. You want to keep notes almost identical in so many ways. I don't lower my larynx habitually very well. That was just something I never really learned to do. As a result of that inefficiency, a lot of my other stuff has gotten better to compensate, but Potter's vessel, thou shalt dash them. So the way that I was going to structure the video essay was I was going to be directly, here's Mariah Carey, here's Beyonce. They both say Karen Clark Sheard is the shit. He is the bee's knees. Some might say the bomb diggity, but unfortunately the 90s are over, and using such expressions on airplanes is what killed that one. Thebomb.com. I'm just going to throw one more in there. So, yeah. That's where this, I think, is all going here, is that I want people to understand Karen Clark Sheard is incredibly influential on two of the most popular pop selling, like, pop is what is listened to. That is, it is popular by definition, right? So Karen Clark Sheard's runs have influenced two of the highest selling artists of all time, who are known for their vocal prowess, who use a lot of vocal runs. So Karen Clark Sheard's influence on vocal runs, ubiquitous, but it's not incidental, right? Karen Clark Sheard is more than just good at runs because some pop singers that are really famous, who are also really good, decided that. It's not Karen Clark Sheard is not good because other people decided that she's good. Right? She's good because she's good. Why is she good? And we get into why runs are hard. Right? So, so proof one is, say, Mariah. It's good. Proof two, runs are hard. And artists flex stick decisions thing that so that's, I think that's going to be the rationale. That so this is come on, yeah buddy, right? There's your artistic decisions. Vowels. Like, what is the word there? I wish I had more context for this particular clip.
And your mercy toward us. For your goodness and your mercy toward us. For your goodness and your mercy toward us. We offer praise.
Only in gospel. Sorry, that's not true. Punching pronouns in most context makes you sound like an a-hole. Or you lose the point of what you're saying. Right? So if I do, if I do like Shakespeare, speak the speech I pray you, as I pronounced it, to you. What am I saying? Do you even know what I'm saying? No. I'm punching a pronoun, right? Most context it doesn't work, but because here it's you is a biblical reference, you is God, right? That's who she's referencing, or Jesus.
And your mercy toward us.
Us on a low note. We are humble. We are lower than you, right?
For your mercy toward us.
Is lower.
Your mercy toward us. For your goodness and your mercy toward us. For your goodness and your mercy toward us.
Notice how us, the vowel doesn't get extended. That's on purpose. You better believe that's on. When you sing, what do you sing on? Is that a song? Name me a song. Name me a song. You can't, because that's not singing. That's a consonant. It's unvoiced. An S is literally called an unvoiced consonant. That's what it's called. It's an unvoiced consonant. You don't sing that shit. So what are you singing about when you go to church? What's worth singing about? Maybe it's not us. Just saying.
And your mercy toward us. We
Right? Vowels. Both in their tone quality,
toward us.
right?
For
The timing.
your goodness and your mercy toward us. For your goodness and your mercy toward us. We offer praise.
And it's simple too. right? This one is probably the most ridiculous one. The one I wanted to see. What timestamp was set? 2 hours in. So hard drive. Your mercy too. Mm-hmm. 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 And then we were supposed to get to Mariah and Beyonce, but to be honest with you, to be honest with you, come on, day. I mean, I was trying to get more specific, but now I have points to contrast. Like, I actually have things to pay attention to, grab with. But I didn't know what points I wanted to make, so I'd listen to people singing. That's just silly. That's completely ridiculous. Time for a little refresher on what the technical term is, the notes. He hits all of them. I mean, come on. Yeah, all of them. All of the notes. All of them. Boy, howdy. Hmm. I mean, she is something special. I feel like, so this is why I love talking about singers, like specific singers, like superpowers. No one does runs better than that I've heard. No one. There are levels, and there are people who are extraordinary. But in terms of specifically the artistic messaging that I value, that I as an artist would take and be like, I want to do that with my art because Karen Clark. Right? If I want to do whistles, I don't go to Karen Clark. As an artist, whistles are not necessarily something I care about. Right? And this is why I ideally, my channel can change some of the narrative around how we talk about great singing. Because right now it's like, this person is better than this person because I value this. These are the conversations that happen. Right? I value this. This singer is best at this. Because I value this, and I associate this as good singing, this person is a better singer than this other person. That's not the logic that celebrates maximum human potential and the insane, wonderful talent that we should all be celebrating. Karen Clark Sheard, amazing at vocal agility. Well, there are other singers who are amazing at vocal agility. But why do I like Karen Clark Sheard's vocal agility more? Specifically me, right? And it's about getting specific. It's not enough to say her runs are the best. Okay, well, what? That's what this video hopes to achieve, is that I explain why. For me, they are the best. If you wanted to throw Ella Fitzgerald in there, no. I'd be like, I get that. Like, it's a different thing. It's a different thing. The word painting with Karen Clark is, and just the musical decision making, has the most parallels with what you would expect from classical music. So as an artist, as someone who's done classical for 8 years, when I listen to Karen Clark, it's like there's a visceral, like, I get that, I understand that. So
Your mercy toward us, we offer praise.
That's something special. I think I am going to take a break and come back with possibly going over Beyonce versus Karen Clark, which is a mistake to do that, but I want... It's the packaging is a mistake. The conversation is an interesting one, but the thumbnail is going to cause tension. But better to get messy. Anyway, so I'll be back and I'll do that in about an hour and a half. I was planning to do it all in one go. I just was not expecting to get this far into the weeds. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I had the energy and the passion today to just be like, no, we're doing this. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. I'm happy I did that. No, that's funny. That's funny context. Go on. I had this wonderful experience at Temple. At the listening library, we had a bunch of different audio like recording stuff. There was this, I forget what the technology was. It was some sort of like tape. It might have been an 8-track even. And they had this, or like it was a record player, and they had this amazing speaker. And they played some Ella Fitzgerald on it, and my, so clean. Audio was pristine. I heard that upright bass, like I was there. Like it was the upright bass. Like I'm getting chills remembering it because I'd listened to that and I'm like, oh my god, this is why people freak out over Ella. It's so interesting that the medium in which we listen to music informs so much about what we end up appreciating and remembering and how which we value it. Tenors, like tenors, operatic tenor, that whole era of them being all over the place was because the phonograph highlighted a certain frequency range where tenors actually sound the best. And so Caruso became the first like best-selling artist of all time because the medium did that. And then when you listen to something like Karen Clark or Ella Fitzgerald on analog, all of a sudden it viscerally makes a lot just as a listener. I don't know why I brought that to mind. Just an interesting memory. All right. Anyway, I'll be back in about an hour and a half, and the new stream will be up and titled differently. Okay, peace.